Saturday. I've been waiting for this day since last Saturday morning.
Me too.
I have to say.
Band, can you just turn it down slightly, please?
And you know the drill.
Give us a slow fade out.
They're really excited this morning.
Love this
They've been
song.
waiting. And you know why they've been waiting? Because it's fall now. They've been waiting for this new fresh. Damn it, man!
Turn off!
Let me just. Thank you. So, it is fall and we have new programming because that's what happens in the fall.
That's right.
We usually come to you every third Saturday of the month, but we thought, you know what? It's fall, Scandal's over, all of the other shows that people watch in the South and Midwest are over, but then they're coming back. So we thought we were going to change our programming, come at you at the fourth Saturday of this month.
And you know what show is never over?
What?
Saturday Morning Live.
Saturday Morning Live is not ever going to be over. We actually won an Emmy.
We did win an Emmy.
We won an Emmy. Not sure if you noticed it.
Well, you know,
at the Emmy Awards
we got
this
nominated for 7. We only won 1.
I'll take it.
It's okay.
I'll take it. You know, who was it that was nominated? Oh, Michael
Kors?
Michael Kors was nominated.
Didn't win. Yeah.
He was nominated like 16 times and only has like 2 Emmys to show for it.
Yeah.
So I'd say that we're on trend.
Exactly. We won Best Live Morning Show that streams live to Facebook on Saturday mornings from New York. We won that category. And
look at us.
I know.
Emmy winners. I honestly, that's all I've ever wanted in my life. Now I have to up the ante and I'm going to go for like a Golden Globe.
Golden Globe.
Gaga's doing it. Well, she already did it. She's going for that Oscar. I'm going to do it too. A Star is Born.
I'm going to go for a Nobel. I want a Nobel Prize. Doesn't have to be the peace one. Just any of them.
Is that like a chocolate?
No, it's like a, you know, it's like a prize.
You need a prize.
I do.
Speaking of prizes, I could use a drink, not only because it's Saturday and that's what we do here at Saturday Morning Live, but I have been on a rigorous regimen.
I know.
That was just those muscles in the lips are really working this morning.
Yeah.
Rigorous regimen.
You've been
a detox. I've been detoxing. You want to know why? Thank you for asking.
I do.
I have been on a detox because something ain't right. Something ain't right within.
Tell us about it.
I'm going to tell you. I've just been feeling just a little unmotivated, a little negative. This whole summer, really, and we were talking about this in the green room amongst us getting ready with our hair and makeup people, that something's weird about this summer because we have been traveling, we have been living our best lives.
Yeah.
On paper, we should be the happiest that we've ever been, but I haven't been.
No.
I'm going to tell you right now, I haven't been.
And how do you feel after a little bit of detoxing?
I feel, well, first of all, I spring out of bed in the morning.
I know, I showed up today on set and you were ready.
I was out there watering the plants fully dressed.
Usually
full
I have to
makeup.
wake you up.
I know. I just want to say hello to the world, which is really weird.
That's great.
Because I love my bed. I have a Tempur-Pedic and a down comforter, and I sleep with 3 pillows on each side. So I don't ever want to get out of bed, but I have been wanting to get out of bed and take on the world and build media lists and invite media to events and tackle the world.
There you go.
But I have been missing, which is what started this whole conversation.
Right. Your elixir of life.
My elixir of life. But because it's Saturday and I'm with you and we're here at Saturday Morning Live.
And Klaus is here.
And Klaus is here, the fastest and best bartender in New York. I can't like let him down. So I'm going to let him up.
What? Let him up. What are you going to have?
I'm just going to have our classical champagne.
I'm also going to have a classical champagne.
Because I've been needing it. It's been...
Thank you, Klaus.
Thank you, Klaus. I'm on...
Okay, here we go. Oh.
I'm on... Oh, Klaus.
Klaus has gained some muscle. Did you see that?
I wasn't going to say anything because I didn't want to offend him. He's straight. But he has.
I know.
Cheers. I love that Klaus was more
gave
generous.
You a lot
he knows
more.
that I need it.
Yeah, he gave you a lot more.
I know. I love that. But don't tell my coach that I am, my detox coach, that I'm...
You have a detox coach? Detox coach? I need a detox.
Is that,
you have a coach,
I do
you
have
say?
a detox coach.
Who's your coach?
Her name is Kendall, and she lives in Texas.
Oh.
It's
Hi,
like
Kendall.
It's like a virtual detox coach.
Are you sure you're not getting catfished?
No, I actually know her.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, I actually know her. And she's been great. And I have to tell you, I think I've lost like 5 pounds as well with this detox.
Well, you're always the most handsome man in New York, so.
Well, you don't really get out much nor see other men. But thank you for that. Have you been? We've been talking a lot about me, which is how it should be, but I like to be courteous.
Yeah, I've been pretty good. I went to a beautiful wedding last week.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, in Germantown, New York. That was wonderful.
Germantown, New York?
Yes.
Where's that?
It's near Rhinebeck, if you've ever been.
I do love a good Rhinebeck.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't know that there was a German town.
There is, and it was a beautiful wedding.
I'm sure it was founded by Germans.
Germans, yeah.
And they just got lazy and couldn't think of a better name.
Couldn't think of a better name.
That's understandable.
Mm-hmm.
So the wedding.
Yeah.
Speaking of weddings.
I know.
Is that why you brought that up?
Maybe a little bit, but we have a fabulous guest on today.
A fabulous guest.
Maybe you've heard of a little publication called
The Knot. Have you?
I think they have. I think they have.
They have.
Because we have the fashion and beauty editor from The Knot.
From The Knot, the magazine
Shelley Brown
The Knot.
on today. I can't believe it. How did we get her here?
Well, it's just like Fashion Week.
That's true. Did you go to any shows?
I did. I went to a few, one in particular. Would you like me to talk about it? I'm going to talk about it.
I went to some shows too.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
What shows? I'm very curious to hear.
I went to some improv shows at various comedy theaters.
Mm-hmm. But any fashion shows?
Oh, the people there were not fashionable. I can tell you that because I was there.
So you fit right in.
Exactly.
We're talking about fashion shows because it's been Fashion Week in New York.
I was tagging all of those shows because I thought people were just talking about shows they go to.
No, that's not how it works, Leanna.
I don't know.
That's why when you search the hashtag, it's filled with garbage and you're part of it.
Yeah.
God,
okay.
What's wrong with
Well, but you went to a fashion show.
I did, as I normally do in the work that I am in.
Sometimes I feel like Braden's gonna kill me. I'm saying it on camera so that when it happens, it's recorded.
That's okay. Speaking of that, I've been watching Ozark on Netflix. It is so good. You talks about like killing and drugs and stuff. You know. I did go to a fashion show. I went to Fashion Mishka.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, it was their 30th anniversary, and they're introducing a kids line.
Oh.
Which was very cute. They had 4 kid models in the show. So cute. Miss China was in the show. And also, I saw Caitlyn Jenner.
And I saw that on your Instagram stories.
Yeah. And Carmen Electra was there. And that's because they have a history with Bachelor Mishka. Caitlyn Jenner actually wore, when she was coming out on her Vanity Fair cover story, she was wearing Bachelor Mishka all on the spread. And Carmen Electra, I think they did like her 4th or 5th or 6th wedding or something like that.
Speaking of weddings, we already did that.
We did that.
Okay,
we crossed that off on the right show.
Let's
play a game. Let's just move right along.
Well, you know how we like to start every show by drinking and playing a game. If the band's ready, I think we should move on to our favorite game of the morning. Who tweeted?
I got a bird. This reminds me.
Is that your bird?
That's my bird. That's coming at me a lot.
Oh, no.
Not yet! Not yet. Sorry.
Dan's a little jumpy today.
Dan's a little jumpy.
Okay, you know how we play Who Tweeted? We read a tweet and then we have to guess which celebrity tweeted it. Now this week, of course, this month is Fashion Month, so these are fashion-themed tweets.
From celebrities.
So, yes, from celebrities.
And you know how to play. If you guess the tweet wrong, you take one drink. We're going to give you that one drink. As so.
If you get it right,
you take 2 drinks. As so. Love that. Who's going to go first?
So play with us and comment, like if you think you know who tweeted it.
Yeah.
Okay, you go first. You read to me.
I'll read to you.
Yeah.
Okay. This is from Twitter.
Oh, it's a tweet from Twitter.
Yes.
Okay, great.
This is from a celebrity. This is during New York Fashion Week. Please don't get it confused with Milan, Paris, or London.
Okay, mine was also hashtagged New York Fashion Week.
All right. And the tweet is...
Yes.
It's a wrap! There's more.
Oh.
Thank you at Puma Squad. The debut of hashtag Fenty X Puma collection is coming.
Is it Rihanna?
How did you know that?
Fenty, right?
Yeah, but I was thinking that you would
I
never
read
in
the-
a million
I
years
read the blogs.
ever.
I
No,
know.
who reads blogs? Blogs. No one calls them blogs
Okay,
anymore. This
sorry.
isn't like
I
Housewives.
watch vlogs. I look at all the
Vlogs?
vlogs.
Oh, vlog. We also don't say vlog.
Well, whatever. I'm on MySpace. I see it all.
Okay, yeah, you got it right.
Okay, yes, I'll take 2 drinks.
I'm really disappointed because I wanted to get.
Oh man, you thought I would not know that one.
I just didn't know that you knew things like that.
Well, I think that you will be able to get this one.
Okay.
Okay.
Me too.
Don't let anybody steal your style.
Mm-hmm.
We may not be the fashion police, but Sergeant Morales wants you to know that some of your most fashionable accessories can attract the attention of thieves.
I love that. I love that. And I would just like to take a moment for Joan Rivers.
Oh.
Just a moment.
Okay.
That's not my guess.
Okay.
I just want to take a moment for her.
Yeah.
Just a moment. Okay, great. I am going to use the context clues as I normally do with a type of challenge like these. I'm going to say it's a member of the fashion police.
Okay.
I'm also going to rule out Nene Leakes because I don't think that she, no offense Nene, I don't think that she could put as beautiful of words together in a sentence that makes that much sense.
Got it.
To tweet.
Shots fired at
No,
Nene.
no shots, no shots. I love you, girl. I follow you, and I like everything you do, even your QVC line, or is that AJson? I don't know. Same thing. I am going to guess Kris Jenner.
No, I'm sorry. If you use the context clues, we may not be the fashion police. It was not a member of the fashion police. It was our friends in blue, the NYPD.
Wait, they have a Twitter?
They have a Twitter. I didn't know either until I searched New York Fashion Week tweets, and they wanted to remind everyone that fashion.
Don't you think they have better things to do? Because
Clearly they don't.
My Citizen app has been blowing up.
Me
so
too.
if they are sitting there on their Twitter, they need to be out there in the streets of New York policing this island. That is disgusting.
Get on the streets.
Also, you know something
Lay
else
off
I'm mad
the
about?
tweets.
You know something else I'm mad about?
What?
Cynthia Nixon did not even get a nod for running for governor. She lost, like, really badly.
She did.
But I voted for her because she was going to clean up that subway.
Yeah, you know what?
And we
it
have
was sad.
policemen just sitting there who we pay their salary, might I add.
But there were some good turnouts from the election that happened a few days ago. There were some good wins.
Name some.
Biagi in my district in the Bronx, she beat out an incumbent Democrat that went and helped the Republicans. He was part of the IDC.
Okay, love
So
that.
that was
Thank
great.
you,
That was
Mr.
great.
Biagi.
No, Miss Biagi.
Miss Biagi.
Mm-hmm.
Love that. Women.
Yes, that was a
Okay.
good one. So there were some good ones.
All right.
But let us not dwell on all of the negative. Let us celebrate in the light. For it's only in the light that we can.
Wow, this sermon
Yeah.
coming at you from Leanna Cosmic Millen.
Thank you.
I love this new Christian thing you've got
I've
going
been
on.
rereading Harry Potter, and so Dumbledore has really been coming out of my mouth a lot.
No,
so.
I'm pretty sure that came from the Bible.
Life is only precious for it ends.
That's the Bible.
I'm telling you, that is Dumbledore, straight from his mouth to God.
You know, my mother wouldn't let me read Harry Potter.
She would let you read Harry Potter.
Harry Potter! She wouldn't let me
no.
read Harry Potter because we were very Christian and Republican growing up. She still is. And that is the devil. Just wizardry. Wizardry and witchcraft is just of the devil. So I couldn't read it.
But you know who's not of the devil?
Our guest.
Who's not of the devil?
Who is not of the devil, Leanna? Who is cannot
of
the devil?
Our guest,
One moment, band. Let me just strike you up.
Miss
Shelley Brown! Come on in, Shelley like that entrance?
I mean, I loved it.
Yeah.
I've also never been introduced as someone who is specifically not of the devil.
Well,
so that's a first in my whole career.
only here at Saturday Morning Live, folks.
Yes.
Only here. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
We're so excited to talk
Yes.
fashion with you and everything not of the devil.
Yeah.
First,
Damn. I don't think I have the right.
we have a special giveaway for our audience, folks.
Frost.
Just kidding. We're starting the holidays real.
Really. I would like to remind the band that we don't have the rights to those songs, so we should
That was a
be
song.
careful about.
That wasn't a song.
Mhm.
Band, can you please keep it down?
Chill out. Is there anything we can get you to drink? Anything at all? Our bartender can.
We have the best bartender in New York, so please let us know.
I mean, I've heard.
Yeah.
I would love a vodka salty dog.
Ooh.
Is my Saturday drink of choice.
You
Vodka,
salty
salty
dog.
dog. Oh, and here Klaus is bringing it over.
Thank you, Klaus.
And oh, did you want salt on the rim?
I would.
Okay,
love
great.
salt.
It looks like he already made it right the first
Oh,
time.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Look how
That
beautiful
looks
this
good.
is.
Wow.
You know,
Chic.
I do love salty dogs as well, too.
Cheers.
Cheers. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
Praise be under his eye.
Praise be he who must not be named. No, pray against him, but
Is that another Dumbledore thing?
yeah, kind of.
The Boy Who Lived, I believe, is who
Yes,
we're actually
yes.
choosing.
There we go.
I-
There we go.
You weren't allowed to read it,
I
so you don't know.
don't
No,
know.
that's okay. That's
I
fair.
don't know. Sorry, Miss Rowling. I know that's the author.
She's gonna be on in a few months.
Great. Just give you some time.
Yeah.
You got her.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something about Harry Potter, though?
Yeah.
I obviously haven't read it or seen it, but I did go to the new Harry Potter pop-up cocktail class in Fight Eye last
Oh,
week.
my friend, I heard about it. How was it?
You want me to be honest with you?
Yes.
Or do you not want me to be honest
I
with
want you to be
Oh,
honest.
no.
Do you not
I could not.
want me?
No, I do want you to.
I'm gonna tell you,
Okay.
it was fun. It was quirky. I'm on a detox, so my
So
mood
crabby.
is just really.
Mm-hmm.
The service. I think I went on like the second day that it opened, so they still have some kinks to work out. The magic wands are really cool, and you can like open little doors and make your cocktails and stuff.
Oh, very cool.
It was cool. It was cool. It was cool. The cloak was too hot. I had to take it off.
They made you wear a cloak?
They made you wear a cloak.
Okay. Okay.
I give it a B minus.
Okay.
Okay.
A B for Braden?
Is there another grade that I should be giving it? Another letter?
So you give everything a B, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Minus, plus, plus, plus,
Mm-hmm.
minus, minus.
Well, what would you give our guest?
I'd give her a B B B B B B B B B B B B B B.
Great. That's great. So, Shelley, how long have you been at the Knot?
Yeah, so I've been at the Knot for a little over 4 years now.
That's some time.
Which is a lifetime in publishing, as I'm
Yes.
sure you understand.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, but I like the work I do there, so.
What is the
good.
work that you do there, being the fashion and beauty editor?
Yeah, so I pitch and execute and style all of the fashion and beauty content.
Love that. In print
Yeah.
and digital, right?
So I mostly focus on print, but I do have some overlap with digital.
Okay.
So like Bridal Fashion Week that's coming up, I'll
Yeah.
cover that on digital as well as in print.
Cool.
Yeah.
Did you go to New York Fashion Week by chance?
You know, to be honest, we don't cover New York Fashion Week as much as we used to because it really doesn't serve our audience as much because we're speaking to brides. But I did attend this really awesome size inclusive panel at Fashion Week that
Oh,
I
cool.
loved. Yeah, that was hosted by Lizzo and Venus Williams as
That's
well
amazing.
as others. Yeah, kind of in the size inclusive space, and it was really inspiring and also refreshing to hear from these women of, you know, different shapes and sizes about what it's like to kind of operate in this industry that tends to cater to a specific body type.
Yeah. So what was some of the like things that you took away? Like what were some of the themes, the inspo pieces?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was interesting to hear about how you know, women of different sizes are often forced to kind of shop in a different part of the store, which is something I actually was not aware of. Tracy Reese, a designer that was present on the panel, was talking about how, you know, women are often forced to go up to like, you know, some bizarre other section of the department store or even in the basement to kind of like find sizes that will fit them, which is something I wasn't even aware of was happening, and how that can be like so demoralizing,
Yep.
you know, to, you know, a plus size woman to have to go into a department store and then kind of be told, you know, what you're looking for isn't on the normal floor with where other women are shopping.
Yeah,
Like, we're
the
gonna,
normal
you know, like go down to the basement and that's kind of like where your size is. and about, you know, kind of how, you know, retail, specifically like brick and mortar stores, can kind of help to cater to women, you know, in more size inclusive way. And that was really inspiring to hear, because I think, especially coming from a fashion background, a lot of the time fashion only speaks to, you know, very, very thin women of a specific height, you know, and a specific body type. So it was good to hear the conversation be, you know, wider than that, to, you know, to kind of really, that people are really making an effort to kind of speak to people outside of what we consider like the very skinny model norm.
I love that. I love, like, just 2018, that's what year we're in, right? I just love how diverse and inclusive that some people are trying to be, and like that seems to be, especially here in New York, which I get that we live in a bubble, but
For sure.
that seems to be like what we're all striving for, is the more diverse, the more inclusive, the more love that we have happening in our worlds. What a happier place that is.
Yeah.
It's also easier.
Yeah.
It's also easier.
It is easier, and I think another point that was made in this panel that was so interesting to me was that it's bad business to exclude this entire part of the market from your products. So like the average woman in the US, I want to say, is a size 14. So, and she is considered plus size and kind of like above, you know, like the normal sizing that, you know, most, especially high-end fashion designers would include in their lines. And so to say like those people are not, you know, are not welcome, or they're not part of this, is really just, it's also just a terrible business strategy. Like, you know, just because you're a size 14 doesn't mean that you don't also want to shop at Bergdorf, or you don't also, you know, enjoy high fashion. Like, I'm sure that you do.
Right.
So, and that was a really interesting take on it too, kind of like beyond like the ethics of it, like what is actually like the business, you know, side of it. And it is a missed opportunity for a lot of designers.
So do you implement all that you have learned, not only that panel, but like the past few years of being inclusive? Do you implement all of those values into what you do at the Knot?
For sure. So at the Knot specifically, kind of our mission is that we're for every bride, every wedding. So, you know, we're very same-sex inclusive, and we actually always have been since we were founded, you know, over 25 years ago. And now we're really trying to push that plus size angle too, which is also challenging in the bridal industry, because bridal samples are cut to be very, very small, and there's usually only one of them, unless you go to a more mass designer who might have multiple sizes available. So it's actually more restricting from the bridal end of things than it is even in like the ready-to-wear end. So we're working on a plus size, you know, size inclusive fashion feature for, you know, some of our upcoming issues, and that's something that really we want to take into consideration more. So it was inspiring to sit on this panel and hear that, you know, there really is a need for that.
That's so great.
Yeah.
That's so great.
And ultimately, people just want to feel beautiful and comfortable in their clothes.
For sure, and especially on their wedding day.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a whole like industry of people trying to lose weight and be a certain look for their wedding day too.
Right. Sweating for the wedding or shedding for the wedding.
Which is a shame, because it shouldn't be about that. It should be about celebrating your love and your friends and all of that kind of stuff. So.
But also there's something to be said, or like, if I want to go on a detox, I can go on a detox.
We're not shaming you, okay?
No, for sure not.
Not all men, blah blah, whatever.
I think it's about really just being, you know, genuine to who you are and authentic in yourself, right? So like, if you want to go on a detox and you really feel that that's what you need to do, then you should do that. But also, no one should be telling you if you feel comfortable in your own skin that you shouldn't feel comfortable. Right? Like, you know, especially, you know, women will come into bridal salons and, you know, the only, you know, sample available will be like a size, you know, 6. And if they can't fit into that, then, you know, that makes them feel uncomfortable. Like, you know, they're doing something wrong, or they're in the wrong for being there. And that's kind of where, you know, we kind of get into the, you know, the idea that something needs to change, and that, you know, something is kind of unfair. Like, if I, you know, if I'm a size, you know, 14, or I'm a, you know, a size 22, and I feel fabulous that way, then good for me. You know, no one should be telling me that I'm wrong to feel that way.
I love that empowerment. Not just women's empowerment, 100% women's empowerment, but also just empowerment. I love that.
Like, live your life, and it's really none of anyone else's business.
Right.
So where are you from, Shelley?
I am from Long Beach, California. It's an hour south of LA, for those who are not familiar with the tiny beach town that I grew up in, which is actually not that tiny. If you're familiar with Snoop Dogg, it's also his hometown.
Never heard.
Snoop Dogg, if you want to sponsor
familiar.
our show,
Not familiar.
I would love for Snoop Dogg to sponsor
I'm sure
our show.
you would, you little botanist you.
She has a great Instagram, I have to say.
Oh, I know,
I love
yeah.
Snoop's Instagram. Anyway, so yes, that's where I'm from.
And when did you come to New York / did you always know that you wanted to be like in fashion and journalism and
Yeah, so I pretty much did, to be honest. I used to subscribe to Vogue from the time I was 12, and I would pore over the September issue. I was obsessed with it. I always knew that I wanted to work, one, in writing, because writing was always a passion of mine, and you know, two, in fashion. So I moved to New York over 7 years ago to go to grad school to get my master's in magazine journalism. I did a bunch of, you know, fashion journalism internships right out of school, and then freelance a bunch of places, including the dearly departed Lucky magazine.
Aw,
I know.
Eva.
Oh, wasn't that such a great?
R.I.P.
I mean,
Lucky.
Eva Chen though is still.
Oh,
everything.
she's got it. Her Instagram, and she's like creating new businesses and all of this stuff for like young moms. Love Eva.
Yes, she's fantastic. Until I ended up at the Knot, where I've been ever since.
Nice.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yes, and you love it, and you're doing it, and you're killing it.
Did you always know you wanted to move to New York to do this, or is that kind of like where the center of fashion publishing is?
Yes.
Yeah.
So pretty much yes. I did right out of college look at jobs in LA and kind of try to see, because I went to UCLA for undergrad, so I was, you know, obviously already in the area, trying to see like what was available, and publishing, especially for the kind of work that I wanted to do, is just much smaller in Los Angeles than it is here. And so I was like, all right. And New York was, you know, very scary. Like moving here was very scary to me because, you know, one, there's like weather here, which is not something that I am familiar with or was familiar with. And you know, it's a big city, and it's a very different city from LA.
Yeah.
And so I was a little bit terrified to come here, but I thought to myself, like, if you don't do this and prove to yourself that you can do it, you know, then you're gonna regret this for the rest of your life, basically. So I moved here, and I actually ended up falling in love with the city, which is great, and also kind of falling into exactly the kind of career that I wanted to have. So
that's great.
That's great. Wow, that's just like a little princess story.
You know what? There are a lot of details that are being left out of that.
We want the dirt.
Like student loans, like what it's actually like to be
being mugged on the
publishing.
street, riding the subway that Andrew Cuomo deals with.
The MTA, where like sometimes,
terrible.
Sometimes your train says it's 1 minute away and then it just disappears from the board and it never arrives. Things like that.
I know.
Like, you know,
it's terrible.
It's not all a fairy tale.
And the Citizen app that just keeps one. Can I ask you one question about work a little bit?
Of course.
Why is it, and I have clients that I have to like educate as well. I'm a publicist. The LA media landscape versus the New York landscape. Obviously, all the publishing houses are basically based in New York.
Yeah.
But how come?
Obviously.
How come LA isn't as saturated with like our line of work, like the media, the everything?
You know, I think it is, but I think it skews a different way. So I think so I think LA is being like the epicenter of Hollywood and kind of that like celebrity entertainment, you know, angle, like red carpet placements and like working with celebrities, and kind of like entertainment journalism is huge in LA, right? But it isn't the same as New York, which is like kind of all things, right?
Yeah.
So it's fashion, and it's some entertainment, and it's kind of a catch-all for everything. LA is just very entertainment driven. So like if you can touch the entertainment space, like if you're an entertainment stylist or you're a brand looking to get red carpet placements, and that's a great place for you to go, but they just don't have the same kind of focus that we have here. Does that make sense?
That makes complete sense. My educational courses that I offer Monday through Friday at my 9 to 7-ish, it's a little difficult to explain that to clients, but then they like totally get it. Like for every editor in LA, there's like 10 of the same editors in New York. So
it just so happens that this is where the hub of publishing, you know, our kinds of publishing happens to be. Yeah. But I mean, there is a huge entertainment media out in LA, so it depends on, you kind of have to like, you know, pick your focus and go after that.
Right. I love it. Well, we're so glad to have you here today.
Yeah.
It's been such a nice New York Fashion Week recap.
Yeah.
To talk all things fashion. But we want to play a game with you, because that's what we do.
Exactly.
And I'm going to apologize.
I'm going to top up.
Top off.
I'm
okay.
I'm excited and only a little scared. So.
You should be both. I'm just going to tell you that I typically win.
Okay, Brayden has never won a game. Brayden loses every month.
Okay.
On paper I win. She's just always the referee, if you will, so she always deducts points from me, but...
Well, I thought we would play a sort of wedding-themed game, since you work at the Knot.
Okay.
And so you might have the upper hand.
I don't know, we'll see.
I would like a disclaimer, though, that I cover fashion, beauty, and fine jewelry, which means I am not a wedding planner, and this is in no way, my lack of knowledge may be in no way reflective of the Knots.
Great.
Abundance of knowledge.
Love that. Her
Love-
publicist coached her.
I am my own publicist.
The disclaimer. I think you'll find that the game is not really related to weddings.
Not really related.
The game is called I Do
Okay.
or Don't I.
Oh.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I do
I
or don't
do
I?
or don't
I do
I.
or don't
I'm
I.
probably gonna skew to the don't I.
So when you want to answer, you raise your hand,
Okay.
Okay.
and you will. The answer is either I do or I don't. Okay, so there's only two.
I do or don't.
I do or I don't.
Okay.
So that's not the name of the game. The name of the game is I do
I
or
do
don't I.
or don't I. I just thought it was a better name.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay, so really it's
But I'm
But
explaining.
really, it's a true or false kind of situation.
it's a
not-
positive name.
Well,
No.
you'll see.
All
So you can either answer I do or I don't. I'm going to read you some song lyrics, and then you will raise your hand and tell me if the answer is I do or if it is I
I
don't.
don't.
Oh, got it. Okay.
If you want to tell me who wrote the song or who sings the song, I'll give you an extra point.
Ooh.
But it's not necessary.
Okay.
As always, there are no questions during the game. If you ask a question, I will deduct points. I will deduct as many points as I
Okay.
see fit. So,
Oh.
it is time to play I do or don't I.
It's really I do or I don't.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Want to wait for our lives to be over. I saw Braden's hand first. So
I don't want to wait for our lives to be over.
That's correct. Do you want to guess who sang it?
This is going to be really hard because it was like a 90s song.
I know. I wish I know.
I'm going to say Jewel.
No.
Okay. No, that's incorrect.
That's not Jewel. Who is it? Tell me. Can you tell me?
Paula Cole.
I knew it was
Who
Paula.
the?
That was the Dawson's Creek song, right?
Yes, it was.
Do I get a point for that?
You do.
Ah!
Mhm.
Oh, also, if we get it right, we drink twice.
Oh,
Okay.
but also you asked if you get a point, so
Ooh,
that's
Shelly,
it cancels
Shelly,
out.
Shelly.
Cancels out, but that's okay. It's okay.
Ooh,
You're not allowed to
I hate
ask
that
for the
for
point.
ya.
It's okay. Don't worry. You'll
I
win.
hate that.
Okay.
But you can still drink
Yes.
in lieu of that point.
And if you get it right, you take your drink. So if you're asking, do I love you this much?
If you're asking if I love you this much, I do.
Correct. Would you like to guess who sings the song?
I would. And I'm going to say 98 degrees.
That is correct.
Oh my god, that's
That's
impressive.
So I get 2 points?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you.
I
Oh.
thought if you asked that it was.
Oh, you just. Thank you. You just
Damn.
lost. Oh, that's such a shame because that was the second question asked, so you lose twice as many
No,
points.
no. I only
No.
asked one question.
Yeah, but it was the second one. Okay. Dapper, dapper, I do fine, and my check's divine. No wonder why.
What?
I'm not really sure what that was.
Dapper, dapper, I do fine, and my check's divine. No wonder why.
Is it I do?
It is. Would you like to guess who
She
sings it?
said, is it I do? That's a question.
But it was in the form of a correct answer. So, well, I'll let you know who wins at the end. I'm marking it all down. That was Cardi B. Dapper, dapper, I do fine, and my
Ew.
check's divine. No wonder why. I do whatever I like.
Oh my gosh,
doesn't
I
even
didn't
make
know
sense.
this song, but it's so
Those
weird when
lyrics
you
don't
say
even
it
make
not
sense.
as Cardi B. Do you know what I mean?
That was my Cardi B impression.
Mm.
It was very good.
Thank you. You know it's true. Everything. You gonna let her?
I do.
Yes.
I do it for you.
Yes. Do you know who sang it?
No, I'm not even gonna try.
Brian Adams. You know it's
Ooh.
true. Everything I do it for you.
That's a good song.
That is
Okay.
a good song.
You messed up all we had. Probably think I'm coming back, but
I don't.
that's correct.
That's just like context clues situations. Like that didn't even rhyme.
Well, you could have used the context clues. I don't is correct. You messed up all we had. Probably think I'm coming back, but I don't. Mariah Carey.
I don't. That's not even
Well,
grammatically
it's from the
correct.
song "I Don't" by Mariah Carey.
Take a
And
drink.
finally,
Oh, I'm sorry.
this is the last question, and it's worth more points.
Mm.
I crashed my car into a bridge.
I don't care.
Yes.
It's by Iconopop.
Yes. Oh, yes.
I crashed my car into a bridge. I
don't care.
All right,
I
that was
love
fun.
it.
And Shelley's our winner.
Duh.
So thank you so much, Shelley.
Thank you. That is my go-to screaming on the dance floor song.
Yes.
you
Cheers.
know-
Cheers.
Because I don't care.
Exactly.
I don't.
You were winning up until that point when
Okay.
I said that last question was worth more points, and she got it right.
Swooped.
She swooped you.
That's okay. She can win.
Mhm.
I'm gonna let her win, and I'm not gonna be mad about it
It's
this
a
time.
charitable thing to do.
It's fashion week.
And
I'm
that's
just
how
gonna
you
do
play.
the right thing.
I do.
Or
Or
don't
don't
I.
I.
Even though it should be I don't.
Well, whatever.
Anyway, it's been a great
It has.
Saturday.
Yes.
Honestly, this champagne has
Gone straight to your head.
given me life after days and days and days and days of detoxing.
Do you have anything you'd like to plug? Do you know?
What can we plug?
Yeah.
Of course. So, New York Bridal Fashion Week comes up right
Ooh.
after Paris Fashion Week ends on October 2nd.
Yes.
So, if you're interested in tuning into all of the hottest trends from Bridal Week, go to theknot.com/front row, and we'll be covering every single show.
Cool.
Wow,
That's great.
so professional.
Yeah.
We didn't even have like a teleprompter or anything. You just did that.
You know, listen, I live and die by this hub, so
I love that.
we're close.
We actually
We're
do
close.
have 3 teleprompters right here.
But we
just-
didn't use any
we
of them
didn't.
for that.
We didn't
Yeah.
use a single one.
Mhm.
I was gonna ask you before we left. You know, fall is coming.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm a little sick. Shelley's a little sick because the weather's changing. What are some of the fall trends that we should be
course.
wearing? That we should be.
Mhm.
I'm asking for Leanna,
Yeah.
most importantly.
Okay, actually I'm wearing one today.
Yes, you better be sporting it. Okay,
Yes.
tell
Okay,
me.
so I'm gonna tell you that leopard is the new neutral.
Okay. There you go.
Bank on it. Also snake print. Snake print anything is having a moment.
Can I just tell you,
You
right
guys-
now that I've already ordered, before you even said any of this, I already ordered my leopard print shirt. It's sateen, and my wallet is snakeskin. Already on trend.
Okay.
That
Y'all
is
keep up
some
with
food
me.
who must not be named
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yes.
He's a parcel tongue.
Yes. Yes.
I'm sorry.
It's in.
Okay, what else?
Okay, yeah, so animal prints all of the way.
Yes.
Plaids are having a moment. Get into
Order
your
that
inner
too.
get into your inner Harry Met Sally Meg Ryan with her
Ugh,
plaid
yes,
oversized blazer.
yes.
Mhm.
Get into it, do it. I think turtlenecks are gonna continue.
Oh, I love
Every
the turtleneck.
Turtleneck
Celebs
never goes out.
celebs in turtlenecks.
Yep.
Turtleneck life. I also just think like bold power suiting a la the 80s
Okay.
is coming back. So like
Great.
Like
actually,
a double breast situation?
yeah, just
I
you
have
know,
that every day.
do not. This is trending also over the summer. Like Tibby came out with some really awesome, bright, bold suits. I think this is going to continue into fall. I think it's actually going to continue into next spring. Like this is going to be a way of life.
Okay, love
the
that.
80s
love
are
that.
back. Embrace it. Do it.
You know, my mom was here a couple months ago, and some girls were wearing those like high-waisted denim shorts that were like cut off at their like labia.
Yes.
And my mom was like, "I used to wear that in the '80s. I can't believe these girls like
Yeah.
are so behind." I'm like, "No, mom,
No.
it's
Back.
The
back."
way fashion works.
I know.
What once
know.
was old is new again.
Yes,
Forever.
Also a quote from Dumbledore.
Really.
No, I don't.
I wouldn't either.
Harry Potter and the
Yeah.
Sorcerer's Power Jacket.
Yes.
Harry Potter is inspiring
Yes.
fashion.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, what do you want to
Closer.
plug?
I have a show next week, part of the We're Trying Here Festival at the Armory at 6 p.m. on Saturday at the Armory.
Will you please invite me?
Of course.
Can you send a Cal invite?
I'll send a Cal invite.
Thank you.
I don't know who Cal is, but I'll send him an invite.
It's short for calendar.
Oh, okay. What do you
Ask me
have?
what I want to plug. Okay. I have an event coming up that I can't really speak much about, but
Oh,
I'm
great plug.
really excited about it.
I signed an NDA.
You probably, if you're watching, can't come.
Oh, wow. Good.
But I'm really excited to like be producing and throwing it.
Will you
and
send me a Cal invite?
This is a highly
Unfortunately, can't.
actionable item.
Yeah.
Don't
unfortunately
come, you're
can't.
not invited. Also, I don't think you can.
But you know what you can do is you can follow me on Instagram.
Mhm.
You'll see all of what I'm doing there and you're not doing there.
Oh, wow.
At Mr. Braden Bradley on Instagram.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, this has been a great show. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for
coming and
having
talking
me.
all
Yes.
things fashion.
Of
We love
course.
you. We love the
My
Connect
pleasure.
Yes.
magazine. And hopefully you'll come back and play some more silly games with us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Winner of the game, you must come back again.
I mean, I would
and
love
play.
to win again.
Band, if you could just play us out on a song that we have rights to, if you could, that'd be great.
That would be great.
All right.
All right.
We'll see you all next
Bye.
month. Bye.
Happy Saturday.
Oh,
Finish
next-
your cocktail.
Next month, Halloween episode.
Oh, already?
Yes.
Wow, season 2 is coming at you strong.
Almost over.
Cheers. How's that salty dog?
It's so good.
Good.
So salty.
It's very salty.